friends, hello neighbors, the time is here. The first Bandai Movie Monsters series of reissues has finally come to my doorstep in the form of SPACE-GODZILLA and Mogira. That'll be the next video. And I gotta say, I'm really liking the new SPACE-GODZILLA. Now, this is obviously the new SPACE-GODZILLA, and this is the original SPACE-GODZILLA. And pickle my eye,
the new thick boy is taller!
Not only is the new boy taller, but as you can see, he's got much more of a screen-accurate paint job. Yes, he's lost that weird shade of yellow and white on him, but hey, look, he looks fantastic. Again, I'm just really surprised that he's taller. Wasn't expecting that. I don't know where he got beefed up. Actually, you know what? Are his legs longer? His kneecaps do feel a little higher. Yeah, look at that. Okay, so this might be a slightly updated mold. This figure still suffers from a little of the same quirks as the original, not so much paint related. One of those quirks being the neck. As you can see, like the original, his head still feels a little too small for his neck. I don't know why that's a thing. It looks a little unruly. I mean, I really don't care, but it's there. Another major difference between the two, I feel, is the Biolante tusks on the side of SPACE-GODZILLA's face. Here's the original. You know, the original looks good. You know, this one's a little short and stumpy, much like this one, and they're both raised off of the mold here. But the upper Biolante tusk that SPACE-GODZILLA has over here, this one seems a little bit thinner and somewhat sculpted onto the face, while this one looks and feels like it's actually sculpted onto the face and not just painted there. And it feels that way on the opposite side as well. Now, in talking about the head crest, I mentioned that I thought the head crest looked a little bit bigger on the new one. And looking at the figure right now, I don't know if it's just because he's taller, but the head crest on the new guy does feel a little bit bigger and longer than the original one does. Again, that might just be the added height of the figure. Even the spikes on the back of the new SPACE-GODZILLA head just feel bigger. Looking at the back of the new SPACE-GODZILLA, though, you can see that he's not all covered in white and eggnog shades of yellowish white like this guy was. And it's even like that on the tail, though the tip of the tail is still not painted. So when it comes to the two Japanese Bandai released SPACE-GODZILLA figures, I would definitely say that they're both pretty much on par in terms of detail with each other, but the better figure would be the newer one if you're going for screen accuracy. Does that mean that the new figure is gonna have crazy prices up on the web? I don't know. I just said that I would do a comparison portion for the review of this figure, and here it is. 2019 Space Goji is definitely the superior Space Goji. But now let's get into the review. So we have some prime detail on this space boy. Beautiful detail on the neck, on the shoulders, even on the crystals over here. A lot of the same detail that you'd get with the original SPACE-GODZILLA, but, you know, really love the use of the metallic paint on the neck and the stomach. Really helps that detail pop and it doesn't feel too muddied by non-metallic paint. We have some rather fantastic detail on the arms. As much as I prefer this figure over the original, he still does have salt fingers. Like, you know, the tips of his entire fingers are white instead of just his nails. But that's honestly not a major complaint. That's just a tiny little nitpick that really doesn't affect me. I'm just stating it. Then we get over to the legs, and looking at the legs from this angle, they absolutely definitely feel longer. And unfortunately, like the original, there is no articulation in the legs. We have some nicely painted toes, a little bit of salt toe there, but I'm not going to complain about that. And here we have the tag with a rather gruesome picture of SPACE-GODZILLA, 65th anniversary logo, 2019 Bandai. This is what it's going to look like on the back with SPACE-GODZILLA's shoulder pauldron. And here be the inside. These tags are starting to feel thinner. Might just be me. Here we have the crystal dorsal plates, and they are looking very nice. They are the same size and they are in the same arrangement as the original, so there's not too much different going there. Yeah, moving on to the tail, we got more of the dorsal crystals. We got two unpainted ones right here that I just noticed. They're on both sides. And the paint on the tail is a lot better than the original, but once you get to the tip of the tail, it does start to get a little messy. Again, I can't really complain about that, but what I can complain about is this. Minor complaint, not a major complaint, but you paint everything up until here. Why don't you just paint this? I mean, I really don't care, but come on, just paint the tip of the tail. All right, to quickly go over articulation, you have articulation in the arms. You have articulation in the head, none in the legs, like I said earlier, and you have articulation in the tail, which can go all the way around. Everything can go all the way around. around. All right, new Space Goji, he's a little bit over 6 inches in height, and at length he's about
10 inches.
Now let's get into that size comparison. Here is the new Space Godzilla Bandai Movie Monster Series figure with 2 of the Trendmaster Space Godzilla figures, both original and repaint. Here he is next to Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla on Blu-ray, and here he is next to the Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla and Godzilla vs. Destroya double feature DVD, and here is the new boy next to Big Papa Space Godzilla from Trendmasters. So overall, I feel it kind of goes without saying that the new Space Godzilla figure from Bandai is the better Space Godzilla figure. He's more screen accurate, his details aren't as muddied by meh paint. He's a little bit taller than the original, which is a surprise in and of itself. He's much more screen accurate looking this time around. I mean, just look at that metallic paint. It's so beautiful. And he's more than likely going to be taking the shelf spot away from the original Bandai Space Godzilla. No, I am not selling the original. I am keeping him. He is just being moved to a different shelf. But anyway, this has been my review of the Bandai Movie Monster Series Space Godzilla 2019 figure. Why don't you comment down below and tell me how you feel about this figure. Let me know how you liked the review. Let me know if you liked that intro, trying to take those in a new direction. Let me know if you would like to see more of these comparison videos. I know that wasn't the main focus of this video, but if you want to see more of those, please let me know about that in the comment section below down as well. And I will see you all very shortly for Mogura, who, surprisingly, I like a lot more than Space Godzilla. See you in a couple minutes, everybody. May Skrion be with you all.